Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Up and Coming. This is the show where we talk about games that are coming out in the future relatively soon. And today we are going to be talking about Dead Island 2. Haha, it seemed only fit that I play Dying Light when playing Dead Island 2 considering it's still a zombie game. Alright, well let's get started. Dying Light is obviously published by Deep Silver, who is responsible for making the Saints Row games, which I personally love. And then it's going to be on the Unreal 4 engine, which I don't really know much about it. Sorry, I don't go much into graphics when it comes down to games. Looks beautiful, but for all you people out there, that's what it's being made on. It will be released to Xbox One, PS4, and Microsoft Windows in 2016, or if it does come out in 2016, you never know. And then it's supposed to be an upcoming survival. Oh wow. It's an upcoming action role-playing survival horror game, and it's gonna be first-person like the first one, like the first two games. Wow, I'm having trouble today. Whew. It was being developed by Jaeger Development, but the project was given to another company due to creative differences, and I'll get more about that later. And then it's going to be the sequel to Dead Island, and it's the third installment of the game, because there was Dead Island and there was Dead Island Riptide. And Riptide was an indirect sequel, more of a continuation in my opinion, because I played Riptide for a little. I never beat it, but I played Riptide. I went into it, and it's more as like kind of just a continuation of the game, more or less. But yeah, unlike the other games, though, this will take place in actual like continent. It's not going to be taking place on an island. It'll be taking place on the mainland. It'll be taking place in California. Yay. The three places it's supposed to take place are Los Angeles, San Francisco, and another unknown place that they never named off, so we have to wait to find out. And it's like the first one in Benoi, when you had the jungle, the beach, and then the regular city that I can't remember what the name was, and then there's the sewers, which that's where I came to the fun fact, that's actually where I came to the theory that every game has a sewer mission, because literally every game has a sewer mission. There's a sewer mission in this game, there's a sewer mission in Dead Island, there's a sewer mission in literally every fucking game you play. Sorry for my language there. Alright, continue going. It's supposed to have different combat mechanics than the last game, but it'll keep a lot of the other things though, not to worry about. It will still be keeping the rage system, which I actually never used very much when I played Dead Island, but it will keep the rage system going, and it will keep the crafting going, so there's always that too. And I personally enjoyed all of that in the first Dead Island, and again, I didn't play much of Dead Island Riptide, but that's what it's going to include. I'm gonna guess that's what included. Alright, so the plot for it supposedly takes place in 7 months after the events of Dead Island, and it's going to be the U.S. Air Force puts California on full quarantine, restricted zone, or it puts California on a full restricted zone with quarantine due to the outbreak. Wow. And it's unknown how the infection started or got there, in my opinion, because when Dead Island, the infection stays in Benoi, and you escape, and you never have to worry about it again until Riptide comes, and then in Riptide, spoilers, Serpo admits to transmitting the virus onto the island. Yeah, it really shouldn't be a spoiler. A game came out in 2013, but hey, yeah,
Understood.
And it's in Dead Island Riptide. It's seen as the main characters and 5 other survivors boarding a boat and getting off, and then you see, I think the boat is just, you see the boat, like, I don't know where it's at exactly, but there's a door, and there's open, and you hear, the door's open to the hold, and you hear growling, which my guess is zombies, which might have to lead to Dead Island 2? You never know. But yeah, Techland, this is where I'm getting into the development stages. Techland was originally meant to develop it. They developed Dead Island and Dead Island Riptide. However, they were already developing Dying Light at the time. Hey, thank you. Dying Light, great game. For Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment, And so eventually they were searching for developers, and eventually they came down to Jaeger Development, and they gave the project to them in the summer of 2012. Officially, this game was Dead Island 2 was announced in E3 2014. However, it was actually delayed from early 2015 into 2016. It was never given a specific date or even month or relative day when or relative season it's coming out. You never know. And just don't tell me things, you know. And it includes some actually unique things. It includes some of California's landmarks. At a preview in Gamescom, they ended up showing some alpha footage, and it showed two characters, and it showed some of the weapons and new zombies. Oh, new zombies! I don't want to play new zombies. New zombies suck. They're mean. There's already bad zombies in Dead Island. Why do you do? There's a fucking ram, the motherfucker with the. I can't really think of all. I haven't played Dead Island in forever since for my 360, and I don't have my 360 with me, so I don't have that. But I remember the infected. There was regular zombies, and then the infected ran faster, and then there was fucking bloaters. If you ran by them, they just exploded and shit. And then there was the rams, the dudes in the fucking like straight jacket and shit like that. That was fucking scary. But hey, then there's those. Apparently there's new zombies. So new zombies, yay! And there's gonna be a lot of mods, obviously, because that's what the Dead Island's known for, is having a lot of mods, a lot of funny mods. But yeah, and then it was also seen 2 characters, and there's going to be 4 playable characters. However, there's going to be an 8-player co-op system, so yay. I enjoyed the co-op in Dead Island, the first one. I played a lot of it. I played way too much than I should have, but it's a lot of fun with friends too, so it's one of those games. And then in July, oh yeah, just a side note of why it actually got delayed. In July of 2015, well, that's not why, this isn't why actually, sorry, this is probably a major reason why it actually got delayed. I'm not gonna make assumptions. This is for a reason I think it got delayed. I don't know, but Jaeger was actually, I think I'm saying that right. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. You know, it's Y-A-G-E-R. Am I saying? I don't know if I'm saying it right, but that's my way of saying it. It's said to, well, Deep Silver dropped them from the developing stages of it, and the managing director of Jaeger said it was due to massive differences in respective visions for the game between the 2 companies. So that's basically what he said with it, and it's understandable. I mean, if 2 companies don't like what's going on, they're not gonna let each other do their thing. But oh wait, whatever. So that's all. That's all the things that are going on between Dead Island 2. Now some theories of how the game could actually be. My opinions on it. And personally, I love Dead Island, and I didn't play much of Riptide. I would have if my other friends had it, and I would have played it with them. You could do character transfers in Dead Island into Riptide with your original character. And that also reminds me, are the original characters going to be in Dead Island 2? Because I love the original characters. I'm not necessarily saying I want to play as original characters again, because I like something new. But I'm saying more or less there was the, are they going to be in the game? Because they're still a big, vital part of the story. I mean, they're immune. And, well, you never know if they're going to be in there. I kind of would like to know if they're going to be in there or not. It'd be really cool to see it. It's kind of a throwback to it, to the original game, and I would really enjoy to see that. And they already released a trailer to Dead Island, and you see some dude jogging, and he covers up what looks to be a bite or a scratch, and goes jogging, and then eventually turns into a zombie and runs, and just runs as a zombie as shit's going on behind him, and there's shit exploding, and there's dudes with shotguns running out of stores killing zombies, and eventually he himself is killed by what I'm gonna guess is the main character, and then he takes the dude's running shoes, and that's the end of the trailer. But hey, yeah, things is what the game can actually be. I think it'd be really interesting. The first game, you're basically trying to get off the island, and it'd actually be cool to know how the infection started and why it started. I don't know. I don't remember if it actually explained why the infection started, or how it got there, or why it was created, or how it created, or who someone created it, or if it was nature. There's a lot of things that can go with that, but you know, in my opinion, that is a couple of things what I could do is just figure out how the thing actually how the virus actually happened, and if they're aiming to make a sequel, they probably could very easily. If not, they are probably gonna just end it. And well, I mean, I feel like they're gonna try to make a sequel. So my guess is
He just showed up.
they're gonna continue on with the franchise. If not, I'll be happy either way. I love Dead Island. I had a lot of fun with the first game, and it's been a Dead Island, I think, came out in 2011. Wow, that's a long time ago.
The kid says he left him behind. He asked me to go get him, but I don't think
5 years
I can do
ago.
it.
And then Riptide
It's
came
too
out in
dangerous to take him
2013.
with me, and I don't want to leave him here alone.
Honestly, Dead Island was one of my
Alert.
favorite games, and as I played
On the
it,
street.
it was a lot of
You need to
fun. I
look
never
into
really got
it.
tired of it.
Okay.
It was just,
Maybe
you
I'll
know,
check
one
it
of those
out.
games you could just have fun
Keep
with your
this
friends
recorder.
and
Maybe
hang
it will
out,
help you understand
which,
more.
in my opinion, that's fantastic. So, I think that's good. And then we got the how do they find the virus? I think that's gonna be really interesting, and all the new characters. There really isn't a lot known on Dead Island 2 because it keeps getting delayed. I mean, they showed the alpha footage and everything like that at Gamescom, and they released a trailer, but not much is really known on the story, and there's a lot to be thought of, and there's, you know, you never know. I really just am personally excited. There's a good chance I'm getting Dead Island 2, considering of how much I loved Dead Island. So there's a great chance I'm getting it. So yeah, that's it for this episode of Becoming. What are your opinions on Dead Island? Do you think the game is going to be anything like the first one? Do you think it's going to involve any of the main characters? What do you think it's gonna? I want to know your opinions on the game and how you think it's gonna end up. As always, like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed it, and take care, and I'll see you guys around.